wonderful to have the amazing Helen Torrey with me today. Helen, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Yeah, sure. So I've been part of Vine Life for like 17 years or something crazy like that. Came here as a student and obviously stayed in Manchester because this is my family and you guys are my family and who I love. My biological family, I've married to James and got three daughters who are 12, 9 and 6. And so that kind of is what I spend a lot of my time looking after those guys, but also I am a trained physio, and then in this last season I've been doing a master's and studying to be an advanced critical care practitioner, which is a bit of a mouthful, but that's what my job is. So I'm a trained advanced critical care practitioner. I work on intensive care. So yeah, that's me and what my job is.
Thanks, Helen. So can you tell us a little bit then? Obviously, you've mentioned there that you're involved in intensive care. So what's it been like for you over lockdown? How has that looked for you?
Yeah, so this season has been like never before has intensive care been so covered in the media, kind of talking about it. So we look kind of very different at the minute to what we have done in terms of being a much bigger space, occupying much more space within the hospital, having to look after a lot more patients than we have done. And there's been kind of a sense of, there's been various different ways really being involved in intensive care from that, at the start of the year, kind of that preparation time, that, okay, what's going to happen, not really kind of that kind of sense of expectancy, getting ready for what this pandemic might look like. And then there's been the sense of being kind of in the thick of it, getting the ones and twos, and then the more and more patients coming in and being having to be kind of agile and stretching and growing our intensive care unit. And for me personally, that has meant I've had to step up in terms of leadership. So I've come off my training program and actually kind of doing the role that I will be doing when I qualify. So I've been doing a lot more hours, been doing long shifts, days and nights, and so it's been a real step up in terms of the amount of time, physical time that I'm actually at work, but also that kind of sense of responsibility and the people that I'm looking after. So it's kind of been a real step up, a real kind of growing. Which has been hard, but has been incredible. Like, I'm really thankful for this time to be able to develop my skills, develop my knowledge, and just to be immersed in kind of this environment where we're all learning. It's kind of changing. This is a new disease, a new process. Although a lot of the things are the same, we are all having to learn. And for me personally, I've learned lots, and yeah, just being able to do that has been a real honour.
I think you've been amazing and incredible, and it's been a privilege to see the journey that you've been on in these couple of weeks and how it's changed and stuff. And so could you just kind of tell us kind of maybe in 3 areas about where you've seen God show up in kind of your life? So maybe your family, maybe the staff and people you work with, and your patients just through this season.
So when I took this job on, that we had as a family, we had a real sense of, we need to know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. God made it really clear through various different ways, of which I haven't got time to go into now, but he made it really clear that actually the job as a trainee advanced practitioner is what I'm supposed to be doing. So having that as the kind of start, as my basis, knowing that I'm supposed to be doing this job and I'm supposed to be doing it now, God's got me here doing it now for this reason, has been a real kind of firm foundation of knowing, I'm supposed to be here, God's with me. And being able to have the kids walk through that journey with me when I was applying for the job was really, when they're asking me, but why do you have to go to work, Mum? Why are you at work so much now? Why are you at work in the night? Why are you sleeping in the day? For them just to know, actually, and for them to kind of hear from me and James, this is what, this is where we know God's got me, and he's got me for a reason. And just having that sense of calling on my life and is just a really great foundation. So knowing God's provision in family is kind of being knowing Jesus with us in the whole unknown, with that, how am I going to look after the kids? How's James going to run his business? How are we going to educate them and try and also work but just having that sense of peace of, I'm with you, I'm for you, and we can do this together as a team. So we've really felt kind of God with us as a family, and kind of drawing together, supporting each other, helping each other out, and doing just working really together as a team. So that's how kind of experienced Jesus at home, and at work. There's kind of been those two different senses of being able to. I feel that my part of my role is to be an encourager, and to be to know Holy Spirit is with me, because Holy Spirit's with me, and I take him with me where I go. And being able to support, to encourage staff, whether that's new staff that are coming into our area who've never worked on intensive care and have been redeployed and drafted in, and encouraging them. There's one lady that she was really nervous in the changing rooms, and I was just like, no, it's going to be okay. You just need to come, just need to be you, do what you can, and we'll help you and we'll support you and teach you in the rest. And it's going to be all right. And having those individual conversations, and I've had numerous ones of those with individual staff, and just to be able to say, you can do this, it's been really amazing. And also with kind of senior staff and how they're leading it. We've all had to change, we've all had to adapt, we've all had to step up, whether that's junior staff supporting non-ICU staff, senior staff supporting a whole, like a greater team, and just being able to say, you're doing an awesome job, and just recognising people, and say, so that people are seen, are heard, are known. All the things we talk about at church, like that's really important within work as well, for people to feel valued. So I've really felt Holy Spirit kind of prompt me, even in those times where I've seen good practice, or I've seen, a doctor have a really great conversation with a family, and just kind of saying, the way you spoke to that family was really incredible, and was really brilliant. And there have just been so many opportunities of seeing my colleagues step up, and just being able to notice those is something that I feel is really important. So there's that role with staff, and then there's the honour of working with the patients. Like I'm not kind of beaten over it. It's been tough, like it has been tough. And the amount of sick, obviously we see the sickest people within the hospital, so I get kind of a bit of a skewed view of the whole picture of COVID-19. But the patients that I've been able to sit with, and just knowing that even the little kind of things that I can do, whether that's sitting holding someone's hand at 3 o'clock in the morning when they're really anxious and they wake up and think, where the heck am I? I look like I've been abducted by aliens with all these people in suits, and just being able to sit with them and say, I'm here, I'm with you, and just talking to them and talking them through, and just bringing a sense of peace. Or even that first time where I put on the PPE and I just felt really claustrophobic, really kind of, I don't know what, I don't know how I'm going to cope in this for 4 hours or a 12-hour shift or whatever, and just knowing the sense of Holy Spirit with me and being like, just breathe, it's okay, I'm with you. I've really felt that sense, throughout the time within on intensive care. And there've been amazing opportunities that I've had with patients who are really sick, and have got to the point where we've had to make that difficult decision of withdrawing treatment, and just having that honour of being able to sit with someone and hold their hand, and to pray out loud as they're kind of taking their last breath or whatever, just having that also awesome privilege and honour to be able to do that it's been incredible. It's been really tough, but it's been kind of like a real honour. And supporting the nursing staff as well, being there and kind of saying, you've done a great job, we've worked really hard to try and help this person, but now's the time that we just have to support them and to love them. And yeah, it's been real times of toughness, but the overwhelming sense for me is this is just such an incredible opportunity, in terms of learning and in terms of a sense of team. Like me, I'm all about team. I love team, and just being able to kind of say, we can do this together. And that sense of team I've never felt before at work, really. Just everyone pulling together, even people knowing people's names better because they're written on their aprons or whatever. Like we maybe can't see each other as well, but we can. Yeah, just that sense of team has been incredible.
Amazing. Helen, just really want to encourage you because you are amazing. And I think that there's been a word, isn't over, over you and James about being an influencer of influencers. But I just think, you know, in this season, what you're doing is you're just continually doing that and kind of bringing compassion and love and encouragement into the kind of intensive care unit and those people that find themselves there for whatever reason. I just think it's amazing, and just wanted to encourage you and to say thank you for what you're doing. And I know as a mum, like the difference, like all the different balls you juggle, and actually how sometimes that can feel really hard. And so just wanted to thank you as well for just continuing to keep going, keeping positive and smiling and trusting Jesus in it all. And that is great for us as well. So thanks so much. Just as we finish, I just wondered if you wouldn't mind praying. I think it's been beautiful to hear some of your stuff, and people will have picked up on different things, but just pray as you feel Holy Spirit leads you, if that's okay, just as we finish.
Yeah, sure.
Great, thanks, Helen.
Yeah, God, I just thank you for everyone who's kind of watching this at home, and I pray, Lord, that they would know that their place and their significance in this time, in this season, whatever that might be, however kind of small a part we feel, Jesus, or however a significant part we feel, God, I pray that people would know their place and their where you've called them to in this season, that they would see how you're working, that they would see just Holy Spirit with them, and that God, that we would use this time, that we would use this strange situation and these strange times, God, just to know you with us, to pursue you, and to see where you're moving in our lives. And I pray for those who are in jobs that are tricky or are tiring at the moment. I pray for just a real kind of energy, a real fresh energy, and a real fresh sense of purpose and peace. And for those people even who are kind of affected by family or friends or whatever who are sick, and that hard piece of not being able to be with your loved one when this is the time when you want to be with them most. I pray for a real sense of peace for those people. I pray that you would draw near to them, that you would know that even if they're not there, that you, Holy Spirit, are there with them. Thank you, Jesus.
Amen. Thanks so much, Helen. It's been great to speak to you. Have a lovely afternoon.